Welcome to the Recon Savage Reaction Channel. Yep, same guy, same channel, same videos, same concept, same old. Hope you enjoy the content, guys. Peace out and good night.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
My dogs are playing next week. Anyway, stands. JoJo. King of the Hill. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. Yep, we're going down the bizarre rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to... sorry. Allow me to drop some information on your beauty, y'all, on what they are, so you can better understand their lore and powers. Next up is the facts about stands. Stands are a manifestation of the user's battle energy, or fighting spirit. They come in a variety of stand types and shapes and sizes, that type of thing. Please remember, they're not all stands that have a shape, so they come weakness you probably know, which is, damage affected on the user. On the stand effects on the user, not all stands carry that same weakness. That's a popular thing you might know, forget that in your mind. Anyway, stands come in all shapes and sizes, and that's literally speaking. This includes different stand types. Stand types and rules carry the same rules, different from stand to stand. All these are the basics you probably already know or don't know. This might have some spoiler territories, but let's go with the stand facts, not stand users, but, this is the video. Yeah. Most stands you probably know of reflect the pain damage in the stand onto the user. If you harm the stand, it affects the user. This is the most common stand rule or type from JoJo Kujo and Josuke and many others. The biggest rule is you must have a stand to see a stand, but there are some stands that allow non-users to see them. Stands come in different types, from bound stands to sub-stands, punching ghosts, and just straight up bizarre. Allow me to explain what these mean, or what they are in English terms. Well, bound stands are physical objects, stands that are bound to physical objects you can interact with, and sometimes come in things you might know, like a spoon, spoil the church for those don't know, like a spoon, a book. I'll probably put those on screen. Look at my hands. I'll probably put those on screen. My dog's next to me, like right next to me, just doing crap. Get off me. I'll probably put those on screen, most likely. And they're me. Do me a favor, put that on screen, please. Thank you. Or probably didn't. That's it, guys. Anyway. Sub-stands are mini-stands that are attached to the stand user or part of their stand's ability or abilities. Punching ghosts is practically Star Platinum in a nutshell, and others like it. Not to mention some mini-stands have basic attack power of other stand abilities, like Star Platinum Star Off Me Kitty, Star Platinum Star Finger, which just shoots its finger at you, which is kind of funny. It's like the ultimate, you just swipe in your, finger poking your eye. Probably put pictures on screen most likely. God knows I should. Funny. Just hold her finger! It barely told you across the planet Earth. It's like the time X-Men pissed on the moon. Anyway, another rule I'll mention before I get into why the OP part of the video. But the video. Relax. We're getting there. A user can have one stand. But instead of Requiem Arrow, they'll get an upgraded stand, but they must have a stand ready for it to be upgraded. The catch is the Requiem Arrow will grant you the ability desperately needed at the time, so you can't upgrade your stand willy-nilly or out of nowhere. So that means that if you really wanted to fight a strong opponent, let's say you wanted to be Goku and you had crazy power, and to defeat him, you're probably gonna use the Requiem Arrow. And you stand up with the Requiem Arrow, and boom! Today I got a free stand, stand ability knowledge to defeat the opponent. It was definitely at the time. What's once, but the Requiem Arrow must be attached to you and can keep physically on you for it to stay Requiem. You can turn it off and on, that type of thing. I always imagine like Jono's stand absorbed it into a stand. There's always a Requiem form, which I always thought it was like that, but I'm spoiler for those who haven't seen Golden Wind, for example. Sorry. Okay. So why are stands OP? This is the part of the video you're probably waiting for. Next up, keep the different stand types in mind. The facts that I dropped, assuming you already seen part 4 and 5, aka Diamonds Unbreakable and Golden Wind, I can go over how stands are OP. Some stands are situational, meaning they have to be in set conditions for them to be effective and use the full power of the stand, and some stands are built for direct combat. Let's take a few reasons why, while not getting into spoiler territory, just yet at least. But we saw in part 2, stands can freeze time, predict the future. Some stands can freeze time, even be conjured as weapons like a gun or swords and stuff like that, etc. It can be objects you probably see like a gigantic mirror, or even be situational like Dobby Stand, which allows you to physically play a game, play one of those many games, so that you understand games firmly dig your soul. Kind of OP when you think about it, if you're finding somebody who sucks at playing card games or plays the game of Uno, or just checkers. But the point. Anyway, stop kidding. Like Volhorse, just like Volhorse Stand, which is a which is a 6-shot revolver, he can control the bullets a lot better than Six Pistols, which has little dudes kicking the bullets around and firing guided to the target. Six Pistols is actually Sex Pistols is meets the Stand from Golden Wind. His stand is a little mini dude, not the gun itself. Well, Volhorse's stand is not a bound. I think it's a bound stand to a physical pistol, some people can see, but that's not something you can think of it itself. The bullets are physically part of his stand, so that means that I always imagine. Bless you, if my dog's sneezing. I always imagine that physically. I imagine that don't be kidding. I always imagine that Volhorse's stand individually would be a bound type stand, but I'll probably put the picture and the facts of why it's not a bound stand on screen, most likely, no one may. Anyway, okay, so, for example of another, situation type stand, Superfly. Superfly will completely OP if the opponent is unaware to Superfly's appearance, or since you can physically see it, you're probably thinking it's like a power line. So imagine you're walking down the street, right? Like it's this powerful dude, right? You walk in Superfly not knowingly, and the guy's user just disappears and dips. And it's like, well, where'd that go? Where'd he go? Before you get to go see him, like, you go to try to walk out the stand, and the guy is gone. You know, so imagine that. Like, Superfly, for people that are, I'll probably put an example or a video on screen at the timestamp. That's this video on screen, for example of that. I'll probably show an example of what Superfly's ability is and what these stands are, or pictures of them. Make it easier to understand them, and etc. of dropping the facts and text on screen, so I can do better answers, stuff like that. That'd be kind of OP because if you're unaware that Superfly is even there, or what the hell it is, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, I'm not saying that it'd be kind of like, Superfly, you can't say JoJo can solo on Dragon Ball. No, my friend. These characters are kind of OP when you think about it. Stands are technically overpowered from the potential that they can do, and the fact that some of these stands are really powerful if they're in the second edition they're required, or just really lucky. Anyway, in this example, any which is Superfly, which is the metal, and the person out of it, you know, stuff like that. And then you have the situational stand, not to mention the Hangman with second reflection. That it's a long range type. It's a long range type stand that allows the user to be God knows where the hell it be. So the reflections, and at the end of the day, it could, if it gets lucky, it could get into your eyes or whatever, and be there, and stab you in the face, that type of thing. This stand kind of mixes and matches the idea of the idea of the basic type, like kind of stand abilities. It reflects a long range stand, does the damage up on the stand effect to the user, that type of thing. Yoshikage, he stands on a direct combat type stand, allowing him to basically turn things into bombs by touching it, like a door handle. You walk by, click, Now, the first video, I'm not talking about Requiem stands just yet. This is going on script now. Now, Requiem stands are basically charged with regular stands. But Requiem stands are not technically not always going to be OP. It all depends on the ability. It all depends on the ability they need at the time to reach their goals. Yoshikage got his Requiem stand ability. Yeah, bites the dust because he wanted to stay in his hometown of it was Karakura Town. Stay in Karakura Town and not be kicked out or forced to move because JoJo and the gang were hot on his tail. So in the scenario with him, the regular scenario, physically was the one that gave his Requiem ability that fused inside his body, that made him permanently a Requiem stand, with the Requiem stand ability known as Bites the Dust, which is a subtype stand, which is a substance stand that basically means whoever figures out his real name or who he is, they'll blow up. They'll blow up. The difference is, what makes it even crazier though, when your times it just right, he can technically, the stand ability activates, the stand ability is always on, and it doesn't affect him obviously. He can turn it off and on, yes, but he can't tell, he does not know when it went off or not. Meaning he was showing one day, and his stand just goes off somewhere down the street, and somebody is dead, and it's like, time rewinds back, and you're like, oh, new day, that type of thing. That's why stands are OP in JoJo. Not to mention some stands with different abilities. JoJo stand, absolutely zero. spoiler for those who don't know. Episode 0, and stuff like that. I'll not want to talk about that because spoiler territory, in case your boy don't want to get that. Get that anger in the comment section. I'll probably put that on screen a little bit. Editor, would you kindly put that up before we go into this part of the video? Thank you. Probably did early, probably didn't, just to be safe, If I could get on screen, like spoiler alert, just in case. I don't want you guys to blame the comments below, but yeah. That's why stands are OP, not to mention the first stand abilities. There's a happy feet, wet feet, wet feet, which makes things shrink, stuff like that. Lets you figure out how that would work. And this is racial type stand. Then the Grateful Dead, which makes people age, which requires a confined space to work with people, like a train or a location where there's ice, obviously, to work your temperatures, and the basics and stuff like that as well. That's why stands OP in JoJo. Using your big boy brain, these stand types are, for example, could be for the OP. If you think about it and use your head on situations it could be in, and etc. I love you. Have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video. Loki, I'm figuring out what to do for Jacob's Necromancer episode 3. That's gonna take a while. I'm thinking of stuff. So play that outro, son.